Hey guys, Andy McCoy at BCI Sports Performance and Fitness, back today to help you guys with some of the best core exercises that we use with all of our athletes that range from high school all the way to the NFL and beyond. We'll be back in 1 second to show you guys exactly what we're going to be doing. All right guys, first exercise that we're going to be performing is what we call a Segmental Bird Dog. As you see, Coach Dale drove his leg to the wall behind him, then he reached his arm up, then he pushed into the ground with the opposite arm to drive his rib cage back. You want to repeat this on each side. Notice that the leg is not very high off the ground. This is important, so we make sure that we don't extend to our spine too much. Pushing into the ground with that arm that is on the ground is a game changer. You should feel your abs light up immediately. The exercise that we're going to be performing is what we call quad position shoulder taps. So quad position means that Dale is going to be on all fours. He lifts his knees 6 to 8 inches off the ground. Stabilizing himself on one arm and minimizing any shift of his hips, Dale alternates tapping shoulder to shoulder. This may not look very difficult, but it will light your entire core. The next exercise we're showing you is a half kneeling pal-off press with a brief hold. Dale is using what's called a cook band that is anchored to a wall to his left. He's pressing out and resisting the rotational force to the left, holding it briefly and exhaling as he presses that band away from his body. Crawling is one of the best core exercises that exists. Not only is it great for your core, but it's great for your shoulders, your hips, and your ankles, and it trains all of the reflexive stabilizing muscles of the core. Trust me, it's a game changer. You want to pretend like you've got a glass of water or wine sitting on your low back. Lateral crawls from a push-up position. Dale's crossing over his arms and moving laterally. Same principles apply as a regular crawl. We want to make sure that we're maintaining a good stable torso and pretending like we have a glass of wine or water sitting on our back. All right, guys, so next exercise is what we call a kettlebell suitcase hold. Coach Dale is going to stand with his feet about hip width apart. He is squeezing a kettlebell as hard as he can in his right arm, while he's also squeezing his left fist. He's standing tall and tight and maintaining good posture. Movement is optional, but what I would recommend is that you stand stationary for about 30 seconds. Carries are an incredible exercise for your core. Coach Dale is doing a walking racked carry with one bell right now. He's having to resist both extension, flexion, and rotational forces while he's carrying this. If there was ever a functional exercise, this would be it. Exercise a reverse plank. This is a great exercise to teach your body to resist gravity's pull. It's the opposite of a normal plank. What you want to find is a bench or something to elevate yourself on, resting your shoulders and your head. And then, as you see, Dale is resting his calves on this bench. If you're a beginner, I would recommend resting possibly the back of your knees on a bench. While Dale's in this position, he's squeezing his glutes, his quads, and bracing his abdominals to maintain this position and keep a neutral spine. All right, guys, next exercise is what we call a body saw. So Dale's going to get in a plank position. He's going to make sure that his elbow is right underneath of his shoulder, locking himself into position. He will then use his arms to push his feet backwards 6 to 8 inches and then return, bringing the shoulder right back over top of the elbow. If you've never done this exercise, get ready for some soreness in the morning. This is what we call a Swiss ball stir the pot. Dale gets on his knees first, resting his forearms on the ball, and then performs circles or mini circles in each direction. You can also do the alphabet. To make this more difficult, go into a standing position. You can do this with your hands on the ball or the forearms. Again, going in circles or mimicking. Thanks a lot for paying attention. As always, if you got some value out of this, please share it with your friends. We'd love for you to subscribe. If you've got any questions, please drop them in the comments below. Thanks.